Hey Chris, this is just on Michael Clark. Is he all good? I noticed he wasn't in the nets and just did a lot of work with Alex, the physio.
Look, I think he's pretty good. I haven't heard anything different, so I'd expect him to be ready to go Wednesday.
Even if he does play, is he a bit restricted, like from what you can gather, or is he 100%?
I mean, I think he's pretty good. I don't know if he's 100% or he's not, but I think he has to manage it, but bad backs, I've had one too. It's not the nicest thing, so whether he bowls or not, I don't know, but I think he'll be right with his bat, and he showed it the other day.
You said you've had a bad back in the past. What does it feel like when you're out there batting and it's hurting and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not ideal, It just becomes a bit restrictive. And when you're facing the likes of Finn and Broad and Anderson, it's going to be you're going to be having to move around a fair bit, I think. So hopefully the work he's done, he's ready to go.
I saw you having a nice long chat with Shane Watson. You guys are bonding well.
Yeah, we're getting on well. Just talking about different things, batting over here and techniques and things that he and I have worked on. So yeah, we've started well, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Chris, you know English conditions so well, but albeit you've played just one Test match. Do you, in that sort of role, because you've played here so much, do you take extra responsibility? Is there a big sort of burden on your, not burden, but a responsibility for you to sort of lead the way?
I don't think it's a responsibility. I just think it's something that I can help the other guys with. Whether it's talking about the intricacies of the wickets over here and even things like the varied bounce or the swing. Hopefully I can just help the other guys when I'm out there with them. But I've got to be out there for a while to make that happen too.
And there seems to be a sort of feeling from the coach. Michael Clark, fantastic, leads from the front, but it's time for the other batters to stand up and be counted, and more centuries need to be scored amongst the others in the group.
Oh, without a doubt. We can't leave it all up to Michael. It's important that if we're to win this, the other guys really have to stand up, and I think we need 11 contributors out there. So there's a role for all of us, particularly the top order. We know they're going to come hard. They have excellent bowlers. Our guys are in good form though, as we've shown over the last few weeks. So we're ready to go, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of luck and put some pressure back on them.
Who did you face in the nets and how were they bowling?
I only faced Nathan today. I had the net bowlers. I faced a few balls of Mitchell Stark and he knocked me over. So I think he's in fine form. It's as good as I've seen him bowl, to be honest. So that's a great sign. And Nathan looks like he's bowling well too, because I think it's going to be an important role, particularly with the weather we're having.
Did you get much of a look at the square today?
The square, had a fair bit of a look at it, but the wicket itself was under the hessian or the cover, so there looked like there was a few cracks in it, but I think they're trying to keep some moisture in it, definitely. So it's been hot here, and I think that's going to dictate how the pitch plays.
Just back on your role again, you're not, I guess, your average second Test player, given your age and experience. Do you feel like, I mean, no player wants to come into a Test match and be sort of a passenger, but do you feel like you've been picked to really deliver right from the first Test?
Yeah. I mean, I have an important role. I have no doubt about it. If Shane and I can do a good job at the beginning, then it takes the pressure off the other batsmen, and that's massive for us, because we've got good stroke players, and ideally, we want them coming in where there's a decent score already. So I know that they've picked me for this role, and I have to deliver. So it's up to me now, and hopefully I can perform.
Chris, just looking at the England squad that they've announced, it looks like Bresnan, Onions, and Finn, obviously really well. It looks like they're battling it out for that fast bowler spot. I mean, you know those guys pretty well. What do you make of almost that sort of choice they have to make, and how do you sort of see the merits of those bowlers differently?
Yeah, I was tempted to text Finney last night to ask if he was going to play, but didn't in the end. But look, they all bring something to the table. I think playing with Finney, I know that you know, on his day, he's as good as anyone. I know he's been probably not at his best this year, but he's still a fantastic bowler and a big threat. And the other two, you know, that they have fantastic records over the last couple of years, and they have delivered as well when they've been asked to. So whoever they pick, it's going to be a big challenge, and we know there's no huge weaknesses in this side. So we have to make sure we're ready to go and make no mistakes.
Has the team been decided?
Not that I know of. I don't. It hasn't been announced or anything like that. I'm not sure if Buff's spoken to the individual players as yet, but yeah, not that I know of.
What's your record been like here at Trent Bridge, and can you just describe how the pitch usually plays?
It's not too bad. I scored a couple of half centuries first game this year. There was a little bit in the wicket. I think it just swings here. I mean, even today the sun's out. You expect for nice batting conditions when the overheads are good, but it's still swung. So you know, that's how it's played traditionally. So I expect that to be the case as well. And it's hard to know what the wicket's going to do. I think it's going to be pretty good to bat on, but yeah, swing I think is going to be the big threat.
As well, do you think? I mean, it looks like we're hitting some really good weather at the moment. Given the wickets have been quite dry here this summer as well, do you think reverse swing and spin is that going to be a real key of the series? Do you think?
Yep, I do. If you look at the wickets next to the pitch, you know they're fairly abrasive already. So, you know, I think that everyone realises that, you know, the ball will probably scuff up a fair bit. So, therefore, you know, reverse swing comes into it, and spin's going to be, you know, have to do a huge role, I think, to help out the quicks as well. So, you know, they've obviously got a trump with Swanee, but I think Nathan's bowling really well as well. So, you know, hopefully we're in a good position too.